WATCW faithful, excuse the late start. I hope you can understand and appreciate as you take a look around tonight that I have evidently not shown up to WATCW Tuesday Turmoil, but WATCW Tuesday Takeover, because this is not a show I recognize or acknowledge. Absolute madness tonight, trying to get things in a row, to understand how this has happened, what the Sword has done with this arena right here in sunny Los Angeles. Thank you for joining us, but I've got some housekeeping to do. And I'm not going to waste any time. Time lost will be time gained. King Moose wants to come out here and celebrate his historic championship win. And it is historic. I will give credit where it is due. The first ever undisputed men's world champion in WATCW history. But let me give you a reminder. This is my ring. I'm holding my microphone, and this is my league. And nothing happens here without my say-so. So if you think you are going to take over this show and this league, I've got another thing coming for you, Big King Moose. But let me take a minute. Now, I know you had a lot planned and promised for tonight. You were ready to sing it from the rafters, drop confetti, give these fans what you believe is a return to glory and honor in WATCW. I even heard, as an attempt to improve morale, you've got a public execution plan. This is ridiculous. I've got a couple of things I want to get off my chest, Moose. First off, I do want to congratulate you on winning the Undisputed Men's World Championship. You've earned it, and I'm not here to discount that. I'm not here to deny that. However, I want to remind you, the climb is fun, but staying at the top, not so much. You're such a fan of Season 1, evidently. A black and white takeover of the arena. I liked it a lot better when Nasty World did it. You're such a fan of Season 1, I'll repeat something that I said a hell of a lot back then, and I'll say it right now. It's one thing to win a WATCW championship. It's an entirely different one to keep a WATCW championship. And now it's time for you to defend those titles. At the very show that you skipped in Season 1, the Elimination Chamber match. And I let you off easy, Season 1. I let you skip out. I let you rest up. It's not going to happen. It's a different league now, Moose, and if you want to be the top of it, you got to play by the rules. So your first ever championship defense will be later this month at the Elimination Chamber when you put the Undisputed Men's World Championship on the line against competitors like Roman Reigns, against competitors like The Undertaker, against competitors like the Loveland Frog. But we do have a logistical issue here. There are 6 spots in the Elimination Chamber match. And ordinarily that'd be just perfect because we have 6 factions. However, you are a free agent, and thus that is one less spot we have in the Elimination Chamber later this month. So, we have to figure out what to do with this. Do I just put Stone Cold Steve Austin in the match, the same guy who lost that title to you? Doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. But then again, do I put the Demon Finn Balor in that same match? A guy who, let's face it, hasn't won a single match since getting picked up by El Diablo de Patas at draft night number 3. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me either. But those guys are wrestling tonight, and I'm making this an official Elimination Chamber qualifier match. The winner of that will go into the chamber later this month. The loser may as well not pack his bags for Perth. And then that brings me to Nacho Libre, the ace. That said, though, I can't really remember the last time I saw Nacho win. I don't know how prepared he is to get a title shot tonight either. Last time I saw him, he was losing the Real Rumble. Last time I saw him before that was losing the People's Championship. And the time before that, he was losing the Men's World Championship. The ace indeed, but I've yet to see it recently. So, Nacho Libre's match against the Maniac Kid tonight will also be an Elimination Chamber qualifier match. And he could beat the guy who eliminated him from the Real Rumble last month. Then he could compete in the Chamber tonight. Luckily for you faction captains, the Women's Chamber, a lot simpler. I'm not done. I said I had surprises. That was the first of a few. See, I've been hearing a lot of rumors, speculation, getting a lot of accusations since Real Rumble. I posted a little promo of my own a few nights ago to share my thoughts. And to expand on that, the worst thing that's happened to me in the last couple of weeks hasn't been King Moose winning my league's championship. It's the way these faction captains have seemingly turned on me at the first sight of trouble. Doubting my ability, waving accusations my way that I'm somehow in collusion with the Sword. You and I both know this isn't true, King Moose. Of course not. But it did get me thinking. And a little birdie sang in my ear. Or maybe I should say it was a siren. Everybody jokes about being tinfoiled in this league this season, but it almost makes sense, doesn't it? How has the Sword been getting access to our arenas? How have they been infiltrating our production booth, putting in hidden codes and subliminal messages? Hell, how have they shown up here tonight and seemingly switched out all the stage decorations and branding? It would make a lot of sense if they had a guy on the inside this entire time, wouldn't it? It's almost too convenient. And so I have decided to launch an official investigation in WATCW tonight. There is indeed a traitor amongst us, and I will deal with Moose and the Sword in a short time. I guarantee you this, but I can't do so until I find the foe that's been hiding under my nose this entire time. So effective immediately, tonight, all faction captains are banned from ringside. They will not accompany any of their competitors down to these matches. They will not interfere. They will not have any influence on how this show plays out tonight. And if a faction captain comes down to interfere, not only will their competitor be immediately disqualified, but they will be docked 10 faction points. I am calling upon the right hand of the OFB, Motsuida, once again to go on a traitor hunt. And by the end of the night, folks, I promise we will have found our traitor and we will bring them to justice. That's another surprise of mine. Here's two more. We've got a People's Championship triple threat here tonight. DillyTodds, who I see in the chat, welcome on in. We'll put that title on the line against KaylaMarieTea, our great Real Rumble winner, and Cocaine of El Diablo de Patas. And you know, we had an excellent Mayhem Bowl the other day. Probably the best one yet. And I'm still in the mood for more. So I say tonight we have our first ever triple threat Mayhem Bowl football fight. That's surprise number 3. Surprise number 4 is this. That match is happening right now. King Moose, get the fuck out of my ring, and we will see you at Elimination Chamber when you put your titles on the line. Good night. There he is. FeaturedFilms in the chat. Featured, I hope you heard what I had to say. I hope you tuned in on time, because this affects you and everybody in this league. There's a traitor in our midst, and I'm going to find them, and until I do, none of you are coming down to ringside tonight. Until I know who I can trust and who's working against me, I will not let any of you have your way. Let's officially begin the show. What a chaotic introduction. I do apologize for how haphazard it was. I was getting ready to do the show. I showed up at the arena tonight, and it's been pure pandemonium trying to figure out what's going on, who's in charge. Obviously, a terrible look in the arena tonight. I mean, all of our branding's been switched out. All right, do I have water?
The following contest is a triple threat extreme rules match.
Football fight. Thank you.
The All-Star Honor Heritage.
Let's get our poll going. We got no time to waste.
Introducing the
Pulls up. Let's try to decompress here and enjoy the show, folks. It's true. It has been a chaotic half hour trying to get my ducks in a row. But I can confirm Motu Ita is here, and he is ready to hunt a traitor tonight. We're going to find out who it is. I'm going to try to pivot and focus on the show here. I don't want this news to be of too great a distraction. We've got a great match lined up for you here. After Moose was going to come out here and try to rain on the parade and blah, 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 it's the age of enlightenment, I needed to give you a great match up front.
From Cleveland.
Cleveland. That's right, it is the Real Rumble winner. KaylaMarieTea made history last month when she outlasted 29 other competitors to go the distance and punch her ticket to Really Mania 3. Well, she will main event the challenge for the Women's World Championship. Who will be holding the belt at that moment? There's a lot of season left to find the answer to that question. We will have a Women's Championship Elimination Chamber match later this month, which will see all 6 factions involved when Trish Stratus puts that belt on the line against Becky Lynch, Mercedes Moné, Lady Bigfoot, Pixie Boot. Oh, and who else is there in there? I missed somebody. I am fucking exhausted. I am absolutely frazzled. Trish Stratus, Becky Lynch, Mercedes Moné, Lady Bigfoot. I got even less this time. Pixie Boot, Elite Rhea Ripley. Good grief. Got so many accolades to call out for this guy. Keep it coming. The People's Champion, one half of the World Tag Team Champions, and the keeper of the tinfoil briefcase. Hey, Dilly, would you mind opening that up? You got something to share with the whole class? Because everybody's got tinfoil hats on these days, apparently. I got Chris Anthony Lopez coming for me, trying to say I'm not a competent OFB or chairman of this company. I got FeaturedFilms coming at me saying I can't be trusted, that I'm working with the enemy, that this is what I want. Look in this arena. You think this is what I want? You think I've been working towards this after everything I have done, built, sacrificed, and provided to make the fantasy faction war a reality? You want to take a look at... Look how drab... Look how mundane, look how depressing this is. This entire arena has been compromised. The implication is, I mean, truly, it's the most hurtful thing I've endured in the last couple of weeks, and I've endured a fucking lot. You keep your true heart in the briefcase? Okay, well then maybe no tinfoil to share with the class in there. Kayla's the first one to find it. Don't forget, this is a Mayhem Bowl football fight, triple threat for the People's Championship. And I promise you, we got a lot of pigskins under the ring there. But the rules otherwise are very familiar to you. First to score a pinfall or submission in the ring will leave here as the People's Champion. Welcome aboard, welcome in, folks. So great to see you, my WATCW faithful. If you are indeed still faithful, I've been urging you, pleading with you to keep the faith. At the risk of sounding cliche, it is indeed darkest before the dawn, and a new bright sun will rise on your premier virtual wrestling league if you can just keep faith until then. We will defeat these intruders and these traitors. Oh my god, and we will start tonight. I have confirmed Motu Ita is in the building. Ref down. I don't even know who that ref is. I mean, I don't recognize that ref. So, my heart bleeds for him. Kayla with another football. Of course, again, I said, Kayla, the Real Rumble winner. and one night elevated herself to one of the most important people in the league, and she can indeed become your people's champion tonight for the first time in her career. With the momentum she has already... Did Cocaine just hit the Heisman? Oh, I needed that. Bring the spirits up here. Oh, the QB. This is incredible. What a way to kick things off in Los Angeles here tonight. Of course, Cocaine representing El Diablo de Patas. It's only so exciting to see Suge Knight 323 get in the mix, redeem those points, and add himself to these matches, or at least his competitor to these matches. Cocaine looking for a choke slam, got broken up with the with the big Peyton Manning special. Hit him with the tombstone to make up for it, and this match is anybody's at this point. These are three incredible competitors. DillyTodds, of course, very decorated. The current tag champion, a former people's champion, the current people's champion. KaylaMarieTea, a former women's world champion, and may yet be one again before the season's up. Cocaine, a little less tested. A bit of a more unknown quantity. And we'll be seeing more from him tonight when he and Orton take on... Oh, hold on! When he and Randy Orton take on the Mothman and the Jersey Devil in tag team action. We'll be hearing from Kayla later tonight as well. If King Moose had a specially scheduled Champions celebration, you better bet the Real Rumble winner gets one as well. We're just getting some extra time with her early on, as FeaturedFilms did indeed put her in this match. Can't say I blame him after Stone Cold Steve Austin totally fumbled. There's a little football reference for you. Totally fumbled just before the end zone at Real Rumble against King Moose. That's what's funny, you know. People are looking at me like I somehow let this happen. FeaturedFilms put that guy in a cage, left him on his own against the man who's never lost and is somehow surprised at the result. Last ride to Cocaine from DillyTodds, but Kayla's going to be right there to break it up. This could be a marathon, folks. Kayla's got to want it so much. I mean, the clout that'll come her way if she can accomplish these two things back to back. Oh, notorious football fan KaylaMarieTea. Cocaine taking a break outside. It's Kayla and Dilly in there. Oh, what a nice leg sweep. Two competitors that know a lot about each other. Going for a quick pin, middle of the ring. Not yet. Dilly kicks out, and this Mayhem Bowl football fight continues. Cocaine's feeling rested and ready to get back into it. If he wins tonight, this will be, I believe, El Diablo de Patas' first People's Championship of the season. So I always get so excited when new contenders become more active in this division, coming for this title. This is a belt meant to truly represent the will of the people. Who do they love? Who do they support? And we want to make sure we find the best candidate for the role. Vaulting over the ropes with a crossbody. Dilly and Kayla fighting over Cocaine's fallen body. He's back up. Kayla just hitting him in the back of the head with that one. Dilly looking for another last ride. DillyTodds, of course, I mentioned, one half of the World Tag Team Champions, along with taking one right to the forehead with Metarract. They will be defending those titles again at the Elimination Chamber. Pile Driver! They'll defend those titles at Elimination Chamber this month against two yet to be seen! What was happening out there, Kayla? What were you doing out there, girly pop?
All-Star Honor Heritage Wrestling Champion.
You know, I very intentionally declared there'd be no captains at ringside tonight, but Kayla was out there looking like she was arguing with a ghost, and maybe she will. The May Queen has seen and evidently can hear some out of the ordinary things. Or maybe she was just too busy emoting like she's known to do in Fortnite. I don't know, but while she was doing her thing on the outside, DillyTodds quickly picked up a title defense, which just has to hurt so bad right now because that's a lot of points coming back to the Heritage Heartbreakers. Number 1 with a bullet. Dilly got him. FeaturedFilms is really, I mean, we got to help this guy out. He's really fallen. he's out here complaining about his own competitors. You picked them all, brother. Yeah, I'm right here. My hands are up here. Where are yours? What are you up to backstage? DillyTodds retains. Nobody wanted to participate in that poll. Maybe we'll do no polls tonight. Let me know if you want polls tonight. Where's Dilly's captain? He's not coming out. No captain's coming out tonight. Until I figure out who's moving against me, no captains tonight. Motsuita's on the prowl, and I'm going to find a traitor tonight. Did Stone Cold defend the People's Championship? I don't remember. It's the messiest title lineage ever. Did he ever successfully defend it, I guess is what you mean. I don't remember. From Nepal. The Yeti is here on behalf of Cryptid Cowboys. Last time we saw him was in a one-on match. Well, I think he was in the Real Rumble, but prior to that, we saw him in a one-on-one match with The Fiend that ended in a double count-out. Hopefully Connor has taken the time to explain what the rules of pro wrestling are, and we might actually get an officially sanctioned match with a proper ending. Think he did maybe twice even? I had to open up my spreadsheet and take a look. I'm pretty far behind on my spreadsheet, my private results spreadsheet. It's going to be a real undertaking at this point to get updated. Oh, brother. Truly, oh, brother. Here comes Thunder Lips. What's he got that cape pinned to? I just realized. Are you okay? Last I saw Thunder Lips, he went one-on-one with KaylaMarieTea, if I remember correctly. The winner of the Real Rumble, but he was successful in one-on-one competition that day. What a huge debut win for him in the Twitch division on behalf of El Diablo de Patas. And now he'll try to make it happen again against the Yeti, but he'll have to do it on his own. No Suge Knight at ringside, not until we figure out what's going on here. Chris Anthony Lopez in the chat, loving the title retention. Feature can't win a match to save his life. I got nothing to do with that. You should just get better. Get better. Look, you don't want to see my praises. You don't want to be on my team. I don't need to be on your team either. All right? I'll just sit here and call these matches. Chris taking in the apparent new look of Tuesday Turmoil here tonight in Los Angeles. A temporary look, I assure you this much. I may have rained on the Sword's victory parade earlier today, but not in time to prevent any of this from happening. And it is, unfortunately, the reason we did start so late tonight. King Moose apparently promising a public execution later tonight to improve morale. And that sounds like a guy I'm going to be in cahoots with. Give me a fucking break. If you truly think I was capable of that, if you think I want that, you never understood me in the first place, clearly. You don't know me at all. This matters to me more than anybody else in this world. By that I mean, This league matters to me more than it matters to anybody else. Not that this league matters more than anybody else, to be clear. There are some things I place above WATCW. Very few, but there are some things. But to clarify, nobody cares about WATCW as much as I do. And the implication that I would do anything outside of its own interest is just fucking bullshit. Chris, you may have missed our opening announcements tonight. All captains are banned from ringside for the whole night, so all of your competitors will have to get it done all on their own. We might get another double count out from the Yeti here. Or maybe just a single. All of your competitors will have to get it done by their own merits tonight. No interference, no fucking with the turnbuckle pads, no throwing weapons, no arguing with the ref, no captains at ringside tonight until I figure out which of you is to blame for this. Which of you has been operating secretly behind my back all season long to bring this to reality. A dark prophecy has been shared with me. And it's my responsibility to make sure it doesn't come to fruition. Here's a couple of other things, since everybody's listening. Nacho Libre versus the Maniac Kid is an Elimination Chamber qualifying match. The winner of that match gets into the chamber. Likewise, Austin versus Finn Balor is an Elimination Chamber qualifier match. The winner of that will go into the chamber later this month, the challenge. Are we up? What's going on right now? Are we up? It's happening. As the great Scott Steiner once said, holler if you can hear me. All right, we back up now? I don't know what's going on. That was a weird stream crash. Are we up? I'm hit play on this match. I don't know if I can. I don't know whether I can believe we're back up. What's going on? What's going on tonight, man? Maybe I'm not meant to be live tonight. Thunderlips. Sound off in the chat if you are seeing or hearing this. I cannot tell what's going on right now. As these two are trading blows. I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. I think I'm up. I need somebody to confirm whether I'm up. I can't tell. Trying to call this Yeti Thunderlips match. It's all falling apart. They're going fucking nuts. They hate each other. Is Lips gonna tap? Just calling him Lips is crazy. What is happening? Okay, I think I'm back. Can somebody please corroborate? Or did everybody just leave immediately? Thunderlips with the big bear hug. Or should I say Yeti hug? Will the Yeti tap? No, not yet. How you gonna make a Sasquatch tap out? I don't believe that. But Thunderlips goes for another massive leg drop, hooks the leg, and could that really be it? Is the Yeti gonna take its first loss? Yes, it is! He is wiped out after that contest against Thunderlips. Oh, and what I tell you. Could this be it? Have we done it already? Moto is in the ring. Has he already found what he's looking for? He's stepping up to the Yeti. Is he gonna swing? Are the Cryptid Cowboys the ones working against me this entire time? Look at this. It's like something out of Godzilla vs. Kong. It seems that Motu is gonna back off for now. I don't know if that absolves the Cryptid Cowboys or if there's still some investigating to be done, but let it be known, Motu is in this arena and he is getting a good close-up look at everybody here. My special enforcer, and look, y'all remember, I disbanded Team OFB, and that wasn't in the interest of holding a defensive position because obviously it wasn't helpful. But I just saw a great group of talent in that team, and I thought it was unfair to continue holding them back and interest of fighting my battles for me. Motu Ida, mysteriously, to my shock and astonishment, not picked up at the third draft night.
Making his way to the ring from your darkest fear.
Sorry, just taking this in. I also don't. I don't know if I am. I am live, right? I don't know what's happening. It looks like I'm up, but my bitrate's not in good shape. It says nobody's here and the chat's not moving, which I don't know if that is reality or if something's going wrong. I think something's going wrong, man. I need somebody to tell me that they see and hear this. Oh, this is a train wreck, man. Not as easy as it looks, huh, Sword? Try to run a show here. Ada Wong, welcome back into the Cenobites recently. Saribot's moving in chat, so I don't know. That might be a good indicator. Great. The person who comes back is FeaturedFilms. Maybe I'll just end the stream again. I may not have a choice. I mean, look, the obvious conclusion to reach here is somebody doesn't want the truth getting out tonight. Ada Wong on the wrong outfit, by the way. Somebody doesn't want the truth getting out tonight, and they'll tank the entire fucking show to prevent me from getting to the bottom of it. Ada Wong, welcome back into the Cenobites recently, which means she'll almost certainly take a loss here if history is anything to go off of. Art the Clown, by the same token, eliminated in the first round of the Hardstyle Invitational for the Celestial Sirens, as was Ada. 2 wildcard 6th members drafted to their factions weeks ago will try to rally and get some more momentum back on their sides today. Does it look or sound like shit? Like, it says my bitrate is terrible. I didn't check my internet speed before I came down and got it started because well, we were starting so late I didn't want to spend another minute getting set up here. Apparently, I may have made a critical error in that because it looks like my upload speed's fucking falling apart. Cool. Super helpful feedback for Feature. I might ban FeaturedFilms. Like, that's how over him I am. This guy is just like, gets a big loss, got nothing to do with it over here. I was sitting at commentary. Suffers a huge loss and has to look everywhere else for somebody to blame but me. When he was the guy who put Steve Austin in a People's Championship match the same night. You heard me say, are you taking this seriously? And then plays an advantage card, what he thought was an advantage card, clearly a self-sabotage card, to put Austin in a Hell in a Cell match. Now, I commended the decision at the time. I said, look, nobody can interfere. That's great news. Unfortunately, it also meant nobody could come save the Stone Cold from choking in the most important match of his career, which he did summarily. Here comes Ada Wong with a huge Hurricane Rana, because I'm bitter, by the way. I'm bitter about that, and then I'm bitter that it's somehow my fucking fault. Not my fault. I'm the one who has to figure out a solution. I'm the one who has to chart a path out of the so-called dark ages people are saying we're in. I gotta listen to a guy who attacked me in the parking lot back at Deerfest earlier this season. Because that's what Nick's telling me. He's telling me he saw this coming all along. He's telling me that's why he targeted me. Because if he took me out, the Sword would never have shown up to get revenge on me. So now I suddenly have to put merit in the words of a fucking crazy man. If Nick's the only one making sense in this league, you got to know something's wrong. The only guy who didn't accuse me of being the problem. At least not anymore. I'm not the problem. I'm the solution. And you can either be a part of that solution with me, or you can be a part of that solution against me. Ada Wong going for the pin on Art. He kicks out. Now we continue. It still says my bitrate is in the red, so don't know what that means. Big moonsault from Ada Wong. And could that be a huge win over Art the Clown? Yes, it is! Congratulations to Ada for her first win in spite of being a Cenobite since the draft. And look, what did I tell you? I was just singing Nick's praises. But maybe Motu knows something I don't. Maybe he turned over a rock that said he couldn't be trusted after all. Motu's shadow looms over the league tonight. And you better hope it continues to pass over you, because when it stops, there will be hellfire to contend with. Y'all are about to find out why I've been calling this dude the Golem of Vengeance for months. Congrats to Ada Wong getting that win back after being eliminated from the Hardstyle Invitational. We will see. I can't even fucking think. We will be hitting the semifinals of the Hardstyle Invitational tonight when Zangief takes on current Twitch champion Hank Hill and Shaquille O'Neal takes on Mr. X. The winners of those two matches will go on to the finals at Elimination Chamber, where we will crown our first ever Hardstyle champion. Big show. Big things coming on a big show tonight, folks. I'm wiped out, brother.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the Disciples of Darkness from Osaka, Japan, Evelyn the Ghost.
Here's something else fascinating about FeaturedFilms in this moment. I don't mean to keep harping on FeaturedFilms, though I think he deserves it. I just quite frankly got better things to talk about tonight. But, you know, he shared his thoughts. I'm going to share mine. Evidently, he doesn't even trust Ava Shinigami or Cody House as his tag team. He's not out here by mandate, but I don't even know if he would come out here anyway if allowed, because apparently he doesn't trust his own tag team even. He's afraid they're my agents, having infiltrated his faction. Ava Shinigami, of course, my OC in Season 1. Cody House, a Taylor Clique guy this season, also a member of Team OFB. And that's the thing. He picked these two up because he understood they were special, because they were talent curated by yours truly, because I make good things happen. I am responsible for the success and life of this league. I would never do anything to hurt it. He should sleep better knowing these two are on his team.
And her partner, representing
We'll see if they can pick it up just like Ada Wong.
Darkness from Canton, Ohio.
Canton!
Weighing in at 228 pounds, Cody House.
That is my guy. That is my champion. And I was indeed, and look, I still am in my own way happy that he did get drafted to the Cenobites, because, case in point, this is why I disbanded Team OFB when I did. Because I knew this guy had true potential to be a great in this league, and I felt like that potential wasn't going to be realized getting in backstage fights with a bunch of masked men. I want him to go out here and compete. I want him to achieve his true potential. I want him to see him become a genuine champion in this league. I think he and Ava Shinigami are a slam dunk A+ team. Now, they didn't get their first win back at the last Turmoil. I believe that was against, was that perhaps against Mothman and the Jersey Devil? I forget. It's been a long, long night. Point being, they still haven't gotten their first win, and I think it's very possible, actually especially because FeaturedFilms isn't here at ringside to fuck it up for them. Ava Shinigami, former Real Rumble winner, former Women's World Champion as well. I mean, that's a great wing to learn under for Cody House. Who won the Ada match? Wouldn't you like to know?
Representing the Dream Team from Miami, Florida, weighing in
Ada Wong did.
275 pounds, The Rock!
Ada Wong did because you weren't there to screw it up. And your tag team will probably do great here because you're not here to screw it up either. As for The Rock and Joe Black representing the Real Wrestlers. You know, while everybody was mudslinging, you'd think this was be the perfect opportunity for Matt Thomas, the guy that we've been calling Tinfoil Thomas for weeks, to jump in on the dog pile and start sharing some of his paranoia. All he did was go back to the accusation that Nacho Libre was on steroids in Season 1 and shouldn't be allowed in the league anymore. He's still on a different level. No promo from Matt tonight, by the way, as there wasn't for the Real Rumble either. I think this shit's about to go. Been a total train wreck. I'm trying one more time merely because my speeds look good. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. I just ran speed tests. Everything looks good. I thought it would look like shit. It would be a clear indicator of what the problem is, but I got nothing. I don't know what's going on, man. Somebody doesn't want the truth getting out tonight. I'm going to try this one more time. And if it crashes again, I'm not going to go back up. I'll maybe just try to record the rest and upload it to YouTube tomorrow. Not ideal, but I'm already lost so much time tonight. I can't sit here and keep wrestling with this. No pun intended. Sorry to talk over your entrance here, Joe Black. I'm not sure what's going on. Because I'm not, like, Twitch Inspector looks fine. The playback on Twitch looks fine until it freezes and crashes. The upload speed looks good. It's weird because it's not really... Usually, like, when my speeds are bad, what usually happens is, like, I see the bitrate dip. Twitch Inspector, like, detects... you know, the hitches, and then it, you know, it freezes a couple times before it goes down. This, it gives no indicator that anything's wrong, and then it's just crashing. Kind of reminds me of what used to happen when I would stream on PS4 on Wi-Fi. But I assure you it's not what I'm doing tonight. It's a great sign out there. If it goes down again, I'm not going to keep streaming. This has already been a fucking nightmare tonight. Rock tags in Joe Black. It would not be ideal to record it and upload it to YouTube tomorrow, but if that's what we have to do, then that's what we will do. While I'm sitting here, I may as well tell it to... Go ahead and send these parts over. Go ahead and export these now while we're sitting here. That way those first two chunks will be ready for me. Sorry. Sorry, I'm super frazzled. I was super tired. And now I'm just, like, completely deflated. Try to get my mojo back here. Ava's got Rock in the corner there, and I will say, by the way, I was talking them up on the way to the ring. I do think Cody and Ava do really need this win to prove themselves as a tag team. Ava had a pretty good little run in singles as a free agent earlier this season. I have to imagine it was a huge part. Cody trying to roll up the Rock. Rock trying to roll up Cody. I have to imagine her success as a free agent, of course, had a lot to do with her getting picked up by the Cenobites, and now it's time to prove her position there. Cody, of course, having an extraordinary season as my hand-picked champion. But they haven't really tested out tag teams quite yet. The Rock and Joe Black, on the other hand, enjoyed a big win at the Royal Rumble. I believe that, if I remember correctly, was against Randy Orton and Cocaine. So they've got a big win to their name. And as I've said so many times, wins in the team's division, just a single win counts for so much. These matches are so hard to win. And like I said earlier, we don't know who's going to challenge the Todds for those titles at Elimination Chamber this month. The undefeated World Tag Team Champions. Tonight is going to be crucial in making that decision. Great DDT by Cody House. Who will be next to try and take those belts off the Todds of the Heritage Heartbreakers? Joe Black in. Ava taking it to him. WATCW group chat going crazy again. Chris says, stream goes crazy when the sword takes over, not a coincidence. I'm going to say one of you is a traitor and doesn't want the truth coming out tonight. Hey, like that. Send text. Dilly says, doesn't matter who tries to take those titles at Elimination Chamber, no one's gonna, and hard to argue with that. Yet to be seen. Undefeated across seasons. I mean, really, just incredible work by the Todds Direct. The fact that they were able to carry that over in Season 2 as part of the Fantasy Faction War, after trying to reunite half the season, to finally do it and still live up to the hype. I mean, there's a different scenario where those two guys finally reunite, go out there and they lose their first match, and they lose and they lose and they get dropped, and you know what I mean? There's a whole different reality out there, and it's thankfully not the one we're in. There's a lot of things I'd love to see change about this current reality, but that is not one of them. I mean, they haven't missed a step. The Rock locks in a signature sharpshooter to Ava Shinigami, but her partner Cody House makes the save. I do recall a little bit of a miscommunication by Cody and Ava last time they teamed up. I believe Ava just got there way too late to break up a pin that cost them the match. We'll see if their chemistry has improved here tonight. I did see a text from Matt Thomas in the chat, or in the group text while we were down, confirming he is indeed awake. I was going to speculate before the stream crashed that he was asleep, because he didn't post a promo for a Rumble and then revealed that he had been asleep the entire time. Woke up and the world was upside down, and the real wrestlers had won all their matches. Cody Breaker to Joe Black! Not yet. And I suggested a new superstition where he has to sleep through the entire show and then all his competitors will win. But he's up tonight, so we'll see if the superstition holds. Oh, or if they'll somehow get a win. But after that Cantonian Destroyer, it seems unlikely the Rock's going to get in there to break that up out of pure necessity. Or I think Joe Black would have taken the pin there. Joe Black, kind of a similar trajectory, right? This outsider who got brought into the league with a ton of hype. Hold on, he's rolling Cody up. Got a lot of hype. Brought in the league by the insistence of Matt Thomas, I'll remind you. Both of these guys had a very similar journey into WATCW. But only one of them can prove to be a winner tonight. As Cody takes back control of this beautiful moonsault off the ropes. Cody slides out, stays on the attack, not letting Joe get his breath back. Pretty wise in a tag team match. You don't want to give your opposition a moment to linger, to regroup, to tag out. The Rock Wait a minute, this could be it right here. No, Joe Black, a crucial counter there. If he had hit another Cantonian Destroyer, I would say it has to be over because The Rock is locked at ringside unless he gets tagged in right here. Joe Black, hold on, opts to not tag him, instead stays on the attack. Wow, with a huge German out of the corner. Cody right back up like he didn't even feel it. And now Joe will tag in The Rock. Cody may be thinking about tagging in Ava. No, he wants to take the Great One on. One-on-one. After a great DDT, goes for the pin. Kick out at 2. Oh, man, can you imagine if he had gotten pinned there and Ava stayed at ringside again? Oh, Vintage Rock with the big clothesline. And he will tag Joe Black back in. Ooh, and he's raging out. He must believe the path to victory is painted black. Joe Black takes Cody back to the corner. Tell you one thing the sword could never replace. It's these golden tones at ringside at the commentary booth. Look at this. Joe's going to sit there and watch Cody crawl across the ring. Fascinating move there. And if they don't win tonight, one that I'm sure is going to haunt him. Wait a minute. Ava going to sneak in a quick pin. Both shoulders down. No. Joe kicked out. Wow, that was close. And now a little Cody breaker of her own. Maybe these kids have been training together, working on that in-ring chemistry. Maybe Cody hits that Shinigami Star Press later today. That'd be something to see. And I know what this is going to be. Gourd Buster! Classic Ava. Rocks back in to break it up. That's what I'm saying. You have to be an opportunist in the tag division. You got to pick your opportunities. You can't waste them when you get them. Ooh, nice. Look at that. The double team. Whoa, Cody's crazy. Cody's crazy. He's not even the legal man. What an elbow. This is the part where they have to capitalize because The Rock is locked in at the apron. Hey, Featured, maybe you need to teach your people not to emote. Rock not to emote at the least opportune moments. I can't believe Ava kicked out of that, but she did. Huge rock bottom as the WATCW faithful here in Los Angeles break out in a tag team wrestling shit, and they're correct. That is what this is. In spite of the terrible decor in here, they're keeping their spirits about them, and they're enjoying the show. We still got a lot of great WATCW action, regardless of what color the lights are. Mine are still pink down here, by the way, from when Kayla changed them via channel points last night. And you can, too. You can change the color of the light with your channel points. It might bring the entire stream down if the last 20 minutes is any indication, but we can try. You can also use your channel points to challenge for the People's Championship. DillyTodds retained. And our opening match tonight, which means he will take that to the Elimination Chamber. Cody Breaker! And it's up to you to try to challenge him for it. That could be it, but not on Joe Black's watch. Just going to remind everybody how that works here, in case we got any first-time customers. Cody's going for it again on the Rock Cantonian Destroyer! That's got to be it. Joe Black's locked at ringside. How the hell did The Rock kick out of that? You got to be kidding me. I know he's the great one. Oh! Missed the splash. How on earth did he kick out of that? These two want it. They know what's at stake. A win for Joe Black and The Rock would be huge for their standings in the tag team division, while a loss for Cody House and Ava would be catastrophic. Really hard to come back from an 0-2 deficit. And Joe Black is going to try to make that deficit here with a huge Superman punch a la Roman Reigns for the real wrestlers. Oh, and Ava was once again too late to break it up. Cody somehow got the shoulder up. But the worst part of that is Ava is locked at ringside. Cody's going to have to make this happen on his own. And he might, can, Tony, Destroyer. I don't know. Is The Rock locked at ringside? No, he's not. No, he's not. He breaks it up at 1. You know, they've already abandoned this game entirely. They've moved on to promoting 2K26. They got to figure out some other things with these tag team matches. They got to figure out some other ways to make this not insane, because it is insane. I liked the being locked at ringside feature. There's got to be another one. Maybe you can only come in once a match, right? Like, maybe that should be an option you could turn on. Cody takes Joe down. Where's he going? Is he going to hit a Shinigami Star Press? What's he thinking from up there? What's Cody gonna do? What the What an arm drag. A spinning tornado arm drag from the man of the house. Whips him to the corner. Gonna tag Ava in for a little double team maneuver. Big assisted punch to the midsection. Now again, Rock is locked at ringside. Spear! Joe Black gets a spear! And Cody's going to break it up before the pin even really had started. Cody not wasting time learning from their collective mistakes last time, but that does let Joe Black tag in The Rock. The Rock says you're going to watch this match for 45 minutes. Or maybe not much more than that, as he locks in the sharpshooter right at the ropes. Cody can't do anything to help Ava Shinigami. Will she tap in the sharpshooter? No. No, she won't. Not yet. Not tonight. Not that way. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't think you could do that. Alright, I don't know how they get down in Hollywood Rock, but I don't think you can do that. Although we are like a 10-minute drive from Hollywood, depending on traffic. Holy fuck, what a double team move. Now Rock's standing there watching. Somehow Ava kicked out. What the How the hell did she kick out? I thought it was it. Joe's going to try to send it home here. Spear? Spear. He got the spear. I thought she countered it. That's got to be it. I don't think Cody can help her. And that is a huge second win for Joe Black and The Rock. 2-1. And that does unfortunately put the Cenobites at an 0-2 deficit in the team's division. Not impossible to come back from any stretch, especially when you have a team as talented as that one, but with how much season remains, will there be enough time to do it? I don't know, but I can tell you this. The Rock and Joe Black showed up huge tonight with a lasting impression of a win that could definitely catapult them to a championship opportunity. We'll see how the rest of the night plays out, but that has made an impression. Could that finally be the team for the real wrestlers? They've been trying to find it all season. The Rock teamed with Cody Rhodes, and he teamed with Shaquille O'Neal. Now he's teaming with Joe Black. Maybe that's finally the winning formula that could get them the goal, but they'd have to get it from the undefeated Metarract. And they're undefeated for a reason, folks. We got a big one coming up here. Got a big one coming up here. Hold on, I'm almost there. Nothing traditional about tonight's Wrestling Extreme. I'm eager to not be live tomorrow night. I'll be watching DillyTodds play some Beastie Bowl. Here we go, our first semifinal match of the Hardstyle Invitational tonight. Zangief made his way here by defeating MrEliMac at Turmoil last month. His opponent, Hank Hill, having defeated Art the Clown at that same show. Now their paths converge for the first time. Hank Hill, the current Twitch champion, he successfully defended that title for the first time against The Fiend at the Real Rumble. And if he wins tonight, he'll be in 2 title matches at the Elimination Chamber. He'll be defending the Twitch title and competing for the Hardstyle Championship. Could be 2 belts Hank. Hanky Panky. Zangief representing El Diablo de Patas. You just know Suge would love to scoop that belt up. Just how they got that Women's World Championship for Trish Stratus. There he is. Big Hank. The Twitch champion. I think Hank might have put in the call earlier to get everything sorted at Twitch, because so far now it seems to be working fine. We made it about a half hour before it shit the bed initially, so we're sitting at 19 minutes now. We'll see. Hank Hill, what an interesting place Hank's been in, by the way. He's a free agent, tries to make it happen with the Maniac Kid and teams, gets picked up by the then Righteous. Okay, do not spam HH in the chat. Do not spam HH in the chat, Chris. Jesus Christ. He does have the same initials as the Heritage Heartbreakers. I never put that together.
The only ways to win are by knockout.
Maybe that's the source of his power. That's what I was getting at.
From Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 200.
Look at these two.
Pounds, the Russian Cyclone.
Twitch stopped you immediately, is that right?
And from Arlington,
They said, look, Hank Hill's our guy, but you ain't spamming HH in the chat, brother.
the prestigious pro wrestling
Not for Hank Hill, not for Heritage Heartbreakers, not for Hulk Hogan, and not for anything else. Well, here we go, folks. As I was getting at, Hank's been on such an interesting trajectory. Holy shit, what a belly-to-belly over his head. Where this guy couldn't seem to pick up a win to save his life, got picked up by the then Righteous Cowboys in the Twitch division, who were all but ready to drop him by draft night 3. He wins the Twitch championship in a ladder match. Just before it, they drop him anyway, gets picked up by the Heritage Heartbreakers to compete in this tournament, and now Hank's defending the Twitch title. It might be double belted before the end of the month. LFG Hank, you can spam that. I'm fine with that. By the way, let's not forget here. I've been giving FeaturedFilms a lot of grief, as he has deserved. Chris also had a lot of words for me and his little promo today. So, oh my God, saying he doesn't believe in me. He's not confident in my leadership anymore. Sounds like the words of a traitor. I don't know. I certainly feel betrayed. We'll see. I think it's real strange. Oh my God, busted open the trash can. A guy who's #1 with a bullet for months suddenly has grievances to air. He's got 2 championships. No, he's got 3 championships, maybe 4 at Elimination Chamber. Maybe 5 if Nacho Libre can qualify for the Elimination Chamber tonight. We'll see. I'm not so confident anymore. I'm not so confident in any of your guys' leadership. That's what the point I'm driving at. I've got to put all of this on my back, only for the guys who are enjoying the benefits of my hard labor to spit on me at the first sign of trouble. I've noted this. I will remember this. Even in spite of everything that's happening tonight. Connection issues, the arena's been defaced. I'm still here making it fucking happen for you folks, because this means something to me. Both men are busted open. This is I'm going to direct my attention back to this because this has been a hell of a fight so far. Holy fucking shit. Zangief, kind of an unknown quantity in WATCW, by the way. Oh, he doesn't want to discuss this on stream. Very funny. Very convenient. Oh shit, he's putting him up on the barricade. Loves to get his shots in private text messages or little pre-recorded vignettes. But when it comes time to hold the mic on prime time, he gets shy. Chris Anthony Lopez doesn't want to talk? Give me a fucking break. It's not the one I know. Triangle choke from Zangief to Hank Hill. I was saying, Zangief, kind of an unknown quantity here in WATCW. Certainly if you've ever fought on the streets, not true for you. But as far as what he's going to be capable of here, we'll see. But I think he's very comfortable in hard style. Broke my heart, by the way. Broke my heart when he beat EliMac in the opening round of this tournament. I was excited to see... Whoa, wait a minute! Oh! Hank gets out of it with an arm drag! Expert reversal from Hank to Zangief. No way, on the table. Not on the table! Oh, just narrowly missed the table. Might have hit the back of his head. This can only end by knockout or submission. As Hank got another one in the chamber. Another big Texas bomb! Plant Zangief on the mat. And I'm stunned. I thought the ref for sure was going to call it there, but he doesn't. Hank's got a hammer. Tool time! It can only end one of two ways. Knockout or submission. You keep going until you are physically unable, and Zangief's going to try to make it happen with a little power bomb of his own. Oh, straight from Moscow! It still is going. Zangief's got a light tube. Oh, Hank just narrowly avoids sure destruction there. They're trading power bombs. This is insane. Is they gonna finish it there? Plants him on the mat. The ref is still not calling for it. This is hard style, brother. This is the vision right here. Who is the toughest motherfucker in the league? Two excellent candidates before us right now. One of these two is going to the finals. Who will it be? Will the Heritage Heartbreakers find their way in another championship picture? Or will El Diablo de Patas? Oh, Hank's going nuts! Or El Diablo de Patas potentially snatch another one up from the rest of the league? Can Hank finish it right here? He's got another one! He's loaded up a big Texas bomb! Oh, into the lolly D post! How the hell has he not called it? Stop! Hank says it's time to stop. But apparently not. Zangief is stunned and limp. But this apparent WATCW official doesn't think it's over. He's got him in the Texan clutch. Is Zangief going to tap out in hardstyle tonight? Is Zangief going to tap? Not yet. Now's probably a good time to tell y'all, by the way, Hank Hill did indeed get the promo stat boost from Chris today. He's calling it. He's calling it. Hank Hill won.
Here is your winner, Hank Hill.
Holy hell, busted open. Hank. I was just about to tell you, Hank Hill enjoyed a promo stat boost by way of Chris Anthony Lopez's promo today, which is the first stat boost Hank Hill has ever gotten all season. So this is the best Hank we've ever seen. And he's going to the finals of the Hardstyle Invitational at Elimination Chamber. Hank Hill's going to compete for the Hardstyle Championship. Stop saying HH in the chat. You better cool it, brother. Hey, you better listen now. You better cool it in there, brother. I have to launch a whole different kind of investigation in this league if you're not careful. And the show rolls on. Oh, we're just not meant to be here, but we're doing our best. I can't believe it. Hank Hill, who had never won a match all season since getting added to the Heritage Heartbreakers, has done nothing but win in 2 divisions. And isn't this interesting, folks? The Undertaker, who is already qualified for the Elimination Chamber, I'll remind you, he will be competing in that match later this month.
The following contest
Sporting a different look.
making his way to the ring.
The purple vein coat missing.
Leaders of worlds from Death Valley, weighing in at 309 pounds, The Undertaker.
And I have sensed a difference in the fog. Something has changed with the Celestial Sirens. Nick Muhlbach says the only way out of the Dark Ages is to follow them to victory. If the Sirens don't win, it could spell destruction for all of WATCW. That's what he's claiming. The Sirens have been trying to prevent this from happening all along. Nobody listened. Nobody believed them. Yours truly included. And now, according to them, that's the only way. And I've been sitting here trying to make peace with the fact that I don't know if there is a path to victory for the Celestial Sirens at this point. That doesn't mean it's not a season worth playing. That doesn't mean there aren't championships to win. But I don't know if there's enough road ahead before MrEliMania to get them in contention. Nick's solution is to say, step aside. Defeat us at your own peril. Or let us lead WATCW out of the dark. And certainly, who knows more about the dark than this man, The Undertaker, who has definitely arrived with a different feel, a different look. It's getting a little more serious now. And I'm right there with him. Try to take a hat off, hat stays on. Shit is different now. I can't. Hank Hill is going to the Hardstyle Invitational Final. It's crazy. I can hate on his tone lately, but I can't hate on what the Heritage Heartbreakers have accomplished. I mean, I don't think anybody else would have picked Hank up at that draft. I wouldn't have picked Hank up at that draft. And I love Hank. It's the only king I recognize in this league. King of the Hill. The Undertaker going one-on-one with another prestigious competitor who's, quite frankly, taken this league by storm in popularity since his debut.
From Cincinnati, Ohio.
The personality is Cincinnati. The personality is also the Vision. Hey, that's gimmick infringement, brother. We don't own that one. Not a bad name otherwise. Unfortunately, some other inferior wrestling promotion is using that one right now. I'll tell you what, they aren't using the Loveland Frog. Yeah. Coming straight out of Loveland, Ohio. The Visionary? Oh, you know what? No, actually, they have that one too. The group was named after a guy named the Visionary. They got that one too. You gotta keep trying. Go lower on the list. The Loveland Frog, another competitor who is already qualified for the Elimination Chamber later this month. He'll have his first shot at World Championship Gold. Of course, a former People's Champion. The Loveland Frog having won that title in his debut. And now two esteemed sorcerers go one-on-one tonight, locking up at the middle of the ring. This is just to get a little momentum. Two of these guys are going to get locked in a massive chamber later this month. And they will meet each other again there, once again as foes. So here's their opportunity to get not just a little momentum, but a little experience against one another. These guys have never wrestled before, if you could believe it. The Undertaker has also never held WATCW Gold. Man, he's gotten so close so many times. In spite of his success and the wins that he's picked up here, whenever it comes to these big championship matches, it hasn't happened. Mind you, he always seems to find his way in these multi-man gimmick matches. Triple threats and Hell in a Cells, and now the Elimination Chamber. I don't know if Undertaker's ever had that one-on-one shot. And maybe there's time left in the season still to get it, or perhaps he will just become the Undisputed Men's World Champion at Elimination Chamber later tonight. Or it could be the Frog. The Frog, already, he's wrestled, I think, a total 2 matches and a Real Rumble, and he's already held a championship. I mean, that's crazy. And he's taken this world by storm. The fans love him. Social media is obsessed with him. Nobody can get enough of the Frog. Truly Loveland's greatest exploit, if you can believe that. DillyTodds says, what the fuck is this? The Fiender Taker? What do they teach the kids at school these days? Oh, this is a vintage look from the Dead Man. Reinvented by the Sirens. A way of saying, this ain't the same game anymore. The chips are down. You've already lost. The bad guys are on top. Step aside so the Sirens can deal with it. The Frog is up top. What's he thinking? Wow, what a reverse crossbody, but the Undertaker snatches him out of midair and slams him. Slams him. What a big win this would be for the Loveland Frog, by the way, who has been such a sensation. But at the same time, doesn't have a lot of experience under his belt or his enchanted boots. To beat a guy like Undertaker in any ring is a huge thing to do. And sends a huge message ahead of that Elimination Chamber match later this month. I mean, truly the best of the best. Undertaker with the last ride! I was just going to hold on. Is this going to pause the game if I do this? Oh, shoot. Sorry. Hold on. Somebody. Oh, does the commentary party... Oh, hold on. So sorry. Apparently during all the hijinks, the commentary party got closed. So I will reopen it and send invites. And hopefully that doesn't destroy the whole show. Here we go, everybody. Great. Sent back out. Sorry about that. The Frog kip up. Oh, hits the ropes. Gets a nice springboard double boot to the head of the Undertaker. Back and forth this one goes. Oh, brother. If it ain't big HH himself. We got Chris Anthony Lopez at the booth. Or do we? Hello? I don't know if you're there. I cannot hear you currently, Chris. Holler if you hear me. This could totally be bullshit connection hijinks again. And if so, he may not be fated for commentary, or at least additional commentary tonight. Yeah, I can't hear him on Twitch either. No, you definitely won't hear him on Twitch. I do not hear him. If I don't hear him, you definitely don't hear him. Wow, what a coffin drop straight out the bayou. From the Frog. He's in here, but I don't hear him. Loveland Frog Splash. Could that be it? Did he just... No. One count? One count out of the Loveland Frog Splash? Yeah, I still do not hear you, Chris. Feel free to interject at any time if you think that there's a problem you may have solved. This could totally be a symptom of whatever the fuck's going on over here today, though. He's back up top, maybe thinking for another one of those frog splashes, but Undertaker meets him there, and he's a nimble little amphibian. Hard to keep him down. Oh, Chris texted me and said it's me. Okay, something's going on over there. Noted. Well, we hope to hear from you soon. Or maybe we don't. I don't know. Chris been doing a lot of this today. I don't know if I like what he has to say. Maybe it's better that I sit here at ringside, especially because one of y'all is working against me. I'm going to figure out who it is. It's going to be really awkward if you're sitting at the table with me when it happens. Undertaker going for another last ride. Is it the last one this time? As he goes over the turtle shell knee pads. 2! And it is. The Undertaker, masked and victorious. Oh, look at this. The two esteemed sorcerers sizing each other up. He offers the handshake, and the Frog takes it. There's still sportsmanship left in this league. If there's a return to glory, it looks like that when the best of the best in WATCW can acknowledge each other. Two wizards shaking hands. That's what it's all about, folks. Congratulations to The Undertaker, bringing a huge 2 points to the Celestial Sirens, and could be a sign of things to come later this month when he gets the challenge for the men's world title again. The Loveland Frog. Whoa! Just got Chris scared.
Excuse me. Well.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
I mean, I apologize for the late jump in.
Yeah, what are you doing over there?
The sword is just unbelievably fucking with my shit. Not only are they goofing up the look of the prestigious WATCW, but now the comms are wired, so I can't reach out to you via the Heartbreak bus that's currently parked outside the arena.
Oh, okay. That's what's going on. Don't want to get too close to me. Is that right?
I told you, Taylor. I told you this in the captain's group chat that I was not going to subject myself nor my faction just staying in the arena. The second that Dilly got done, he went back to the bus. He's right here. Oh, the second that Hank Hill got done, he's right back in here. We're not staying in the arena with all this buffoonery going on. No.
Or perhaps you've retreated to the same shadows with which you will twiddle your thumbs nefariously.
Boo-hoo. Tell yourself whatever you want, man. Whatever makes you feel better at night.
Look, I'm going to sleep soundly because the fact of the matter is if somebody's not been on my team this whole time, somebody's been telling lies this season. And everybody wants to try to pretend it's me. I've got no value in dishonesty. All right? This entire thing is my statement. This is my design. If I wanted it to look like King Moose at the top and this drab black and white bullshit, I would just make it that way. I'm as much subjected to this as anybody. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I don't care if you're at the fucking top.
Prove me wrong, TC. Prove me wrong, please.
Your boy Nacho better look out when he comes back in here.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This attitude,
not because of me.
Whatever grudge that you got against your top team, I don't get it. I'm
You fired the first shot, brother.
Of WATCW.
You fired the first shot. What, am I supposed to not return?
Hey man, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. All the evidence, Taylor, lines to you. It's pointed right at you, man.
It's all circumstantial. It's all nonsense. I'm launching a true investigation tonight. Y'all can do your hearsay. You can do your true tinfoil Tony. And I'm going to be over here living off of facts. Righteous reality. Coming to light today. I tell you that much.
The piece for Tuesday Turmoil and the integrity of our league and our sacred show. But the second this is done, man, you and me, we need to chat.
We'll see. You might already be talking to Motu.
Oh, okay. We'll see, man.
I hope, personally, I hope not, but we'll see.
For the integrity of our show, Taylor.
And now are you turning DillyTodds against me? He's telling me I'm putting too much bass in my voice in chat? Is that now Dilly's not got my back?
Hey, again, we're your prize fighters. I don't understand where all this animosity is coming from. I'm just trying to play it cool for the sake of the show. I just want to play it cool.
We'll see who's blowing up my phone again later.
Yo, DillyTodds and Tinfoil Tony. We're gonna play it cool. Good job earlier, DillyTodds. I was watching. You already know I was watching. Good stuff. Cocaine, put him away. KaylaMarieTea got lucky at the Real Rumble.
He wants to make sure I'm keeping it professional. I've got the enemy at my gate, and I've found that one's been in my house all along, and you want me to keep it professional. I don't know if people respect and understand the kind of pressure I am under to make this work, you know? And it was going pretty damn well.
You've been doing a great job, Taylor. You were doing a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Until this Moose character showed up.
Well, not a single one of you managed to stop him.
Oh, I'm sorry that the second that you lost this match to get him in, you wanted to be so damn happy, like with your, oh, let me just take out a bunch of jabronis on my birthday bash. And then this is what you let in. This is the risk that you took, letting strangers into our league. Unreal.
Hey, look, I've got a ton of regrets about Birthday Bash, and that match is one of them. I will take the credit for that. I'll take the fall for that. I fucked up there, and somebody came in and took advantage of my mistake. I will own up to mistakes. Collusion? Conspiracy? This is a different category and not one that I'm going to acknowledge. Fact of the matter is, Stone Cold Steve Austin lost that match. Not me. He was the champion. It was up to him to put an end to this, and now here we are in Swordsville. And I don't see anybody getting pissed with Austin. I know he's got a lot of clout and goodwill.
Hey, I've given enough flack to Featured, and you saw it in this Captain's Group Chat exchange that you mentioned up top. After the Real Rumble, Featured got a lot of flack from me too, man. Let's not act like me and Featured are on the same page.
We'll see.
Again, I want to play it cordial for the sake of the show. But when the lights go down, and then you can come on the Heartbreak bus and show us what's up.
We'll see who's still on that bus by the end of the night.
All right, brother. But Randy Orton,
the Viper,
and oh my dude. First of all,
the
damn tag match, the Rock and Joe Black. Ada Cody match. Good grief, dude. That was a slow ass 5-star.
And here we go. We're ready for another tag team match tonight. Right here. The last one of the night, I can at least tell you that much.
If only the Tatsurack were in there, we would have been in and out, man. In and out.
Well, you know, now that you bring it up, I do want to ask you how you feel about these teams. We just saw Joe Black and The Rock get their second win over Cody House and Ava Shinigami. It could definitely be them moving on to Elimination Chamber to challenge for those titles, but we've got to see how it shakes out with Cocaine and Randy Orton versus the Mothman and Jersey Devil right here. Who are we interested in, if any? Are we taking any more of these teams seriously than the others? How do we feel right now over at the Heartbreaker bus?
So, DillyTodds, I see like you're in the chat, man. You're more than welcome. I don't want to speak for you entirely. I'm speaking for myself here as the captain of the Tatsurack alongside the rest of the Heritage Heartbreakers. The Tatsurack can take on all comers. We have been on fire this entire season, ever since the link up of the century happened and FeaturedFilms just gave me Metarract to complete the set.
Right.
And now look at us. Already on top, grabbing the belts instantaneously, and now they've been running roughshod. All these other teams, good luck. Do we have a favorite? No. Do we have a least favorite? No. They're all just waiting to be pinned by DillyTodds and Metarract, the greatest tag team in WATCW history.
Hey, look, if there's anything I can agree with you on tonight, it's going to be that. They are, to me, undisputed greatest tag team of all time. And I think it means even more coming from you, because people used to say arguably, and they'd said arguably because they'd argue that it was you and Nick, the kids at heart. But even you in this position are now conceding that it is these guys.
You know, I've gotten to spend so much time with the Meta and Dilly over the past few months, and it's been incredible. And Dilly was already a valued member of the Heritage Heartbreakers after the first draft night drop. And he joined our squad with the championship, and he's continued to prove that he's championship material over and over and over again. And then with the exchange with FeaturedFilms to get Metarract. And again, we completed the set. And since then, Meta's been nothing but a demon.
True. For
me. He's been on fire. And if anything, I would love for both of these men to get involved in more. Dilly's already in all these people's championship matches. Shout out to the homie Dilly. Thank you. Thank you for your more than generous double duties that you've pulled, because he's scattered all over the divisions that he's been on fire. But Metarract, in just the short time that he's been with the Heartbreakers, he's been on fire. Again, True. Unlocking something that FeaturedFilms can get out of Meta. And now here we are. Dilly, he came in, him and I linked instantaneously. Meta, we already got him into the fold. And then to bring out the homie from earlier, Hank Hill, rehabilitated his image. And now instead of being the butt of the jokes in WATCW, now here he is in the hardstyle final. Who could have thunk it? We did. We could.
It is almost unbelievable to me that 2 times this season you picked up an abandoned Twitch champion, brought him to your team, and they've been seemingly unstoppable since coming under your tutelage. I mean, what are you feeding these guys? What's going on over there? What's different about how you treat them?
We make each other better at the Heartbreakers. And shout out again to our other members, John Cena, Nacho Libre, who we'll see tonight, and Mercedes, who's only had one match, one sanctioned singles match. There's so much more to come. You never know. Again, Elimination Chamber's coming up soon. We are just out here making each other better. Just look at what Dilly was doing with Los Diablos de Patas, and now look what he's doing now.
He wasn't even putting on the right outfit over there.
Right, because he couldn't fuck with Suge. But with me, again, we out here building rapport. These are my friends. I may be their captain, but these are my people. We are equals at the Heritage Heartbreakers. Again, Dilly coming over, Meta coming over, Hank coming over. What are we doing? But winning. Look at the scoreboard, if anyone is curious.
Well, be careful, One day they're your friends, and the next day they're accusing you of being the secret operative of like a terrorist organization. So just be careful.
No one said you were the operative, man. That's not what I said.
Well, some people have been saying things today. Hey, by the way, I want to confirm for you, the CEO, Mercedes Moné, will be back at Elimination Chamber. She will be in the Elimination Chamber to try and win the Women's World Championship and add WATCW Gold to her vast collection of titles. She'll, of course, have to outlast the other 5 women in the fantasy faction war, one of which being current Women's World Champion Trish Stratus over at El Diablo de Patas. I also want to touch on something else you said. This idea that everybody's friends, they make each other better. But I do want to rewind for a moment to the last time we were here at the Real Rumble, because something very fascinating happened. Nacho Libre eliminated John Cena from the Real Rumble. Didn't have to do that. Took his opportunity. And that's why Big Match John isn't going to Really Mania. You're telling me that has not caused any problems back at home?
We discussed before the Real Rumble, me and our 3 participants, hey, it could come down to y'all being the final 3 and it being every heartbreaker for themselves. I totally get it. And we all understood that's the nature of the beast that is the Real Rumble. But yes, we saw that moment and it looked like it was unfortunate.
That was not in the final 3, by the way. I just have to remind everybody
what they could have been. What they could have been in the final 3. But during the mix, leading up, because again, as you saw, we didn't make it to the 30th entrant. But we saw the moment, the spear first, and then the elimination.
I mean, that was calculated. That was very purposeful.
And we had to have a discussion. And there may be some lingering tensions, again, because neither man nor Mercedes is going to really Mania at the moment. But
holy smokes, look at this.
Assisted
power bomb into the RKO! That was crazy on the Jersey Devil. Sorry.
Banger. No, please.
Don't mean to talk over all this. There's just, we could be here all night, and there's just so much to unpack about what's been happening here lately.
Yeah.
Clearly.
There's been tensions. There's been tensions all in it, and that's totally fair. But at the moment, we're still heartbreaking. We're still hustling.
Just very interesting to me. I've been talking about season 1 so much recently since spear for the devils and cocaine. Since so many people apparently think that was the peak of WATCW. So many people want to take us back to those days. If I'm going to go real far back in season 1, I'll remind people that John Cena lost his WATCW World Championship to none other than Nacho Libre. Those are some old tensions there, and I just don't know if they could have possibly been reactivated as a consequence of what happened last month.
And again, we've been hustling because when we had MrEliMac a long time ago, it was the same vibe. There was lingering tensions from previous seasons of WATCW's lore. But again, we had to do what's best for the faction, and these guys, in the heat of the moment, they had a disagreement in the ring. Everything's going to be fine. Everything's A-okay with the Heritage Heartbreakers.
Everything's okay. I remember I used to say that.
Right. And then you started, and then you may or may not have been talking to Moose behind the curtains.
It was one thing for you to question my leadership. Obviously, I have disagreements with it. Obviously, it's hurtful to hear that. But if you're also jumping on the Tim Boyle train with Featured, that now you're just out. You're not even in this reality anymore, as far as I'm concerned. Shit I gotta put up with, man. Jersey Devil crawling across the ring, look for that desperation hot tag. He gets it. Orton beefs it with the flying elbow, and now he's come face to face with the Mothman of the Cryptid Cowboys, who, until the reunion of the Metarract, pretty much controlled the team's division. There was a time where I thought those Cowboys were never going to lose those belts, and now not only do they not have them, they're on the hunt with a completely new team to try to get back in contention. And if they win here, they'll be 2-0. They're pretty much the unquestionable number 1 contenders if they could beat Orton and Cocaine here tonight. Orton and Cocaine, I think this would be their first team's victory, I believe, if they pull it off against the Cryptid Cowboys. So like I said earlier, just so much at stake across these two teams' matches. We're going to figure out who is challenging for those tag titles tonight. Oh, what a great drop kick, sending Cocaine to the outside. Cocaine double duty tonight, by the way. Unsuccessful, of course, in that People's Championship football fight triple threat to open the show here. And
was that the first football fight?
That was the first ever football fight in WATCW. After this past weekend, it felt only apropos. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It was a great show. It was becoming of the Mayhem Bowl. Mothman going up top. Cocaine's getting to his feet. Look out below. Straight from Point Pleasant. Middle of the ring. X marks the spot. But the very scary bald Randy Orton breaks it up expeditiously, which we know means he's locked at the apron there. Now's the time to try to capitalize here. And no Connor at ringside because everyone's a suspect to me right now. That's what breaks my heart to say. Connor, who, by the way, not really, I'll be honest with you, never said a damn thing to me about any of this, which I don't know. I don't know. Is his silence comforting, or is it a confession in of itself? We'll find out. Nobody is exempt from my list tonight. And that's why he's not at ringside. And that's why Shook not at ringside. Shook's got schemes. All right?
I told you he might play spoiler.
I was saying earlier, it's unfortunately hard to believe the Sirens could make it to the end as winners. It's pretty much a foregone conclusion that El Diablo de Patas is not going to do that at this point in the season. So now it's a matter of where will Suge have his fun. Could be by enabling an outside organization to come in and lay siege to the whole thing? We'll find out. We're gonna find out tonight.
If I can address, or not address, but if I can talk about Connor's revamping of his team,
Yeah.
that brought a whole new fire to the Cowboys that, frankly, like, they've been on a tear compared to the performance that they've had prior to that. Connor reshaping his whole team did the brand better.
I would agree. I feel like it really didn't just change the league or their team. I think it really it just changed the game. It changed the league. Like
the whole dynamic switched up.
We're not in Kansas anymore type deal. You know what I mean? It's, you know, you just don't know who you're going to see or what's going to happen anymore. And it's not like they were doing poorly either. You know, some categories I wasn't surprised by the shakeup, but I mean, he came in with a mission and a vision, to not ape terms from an inferior wrestling league at this time. But, oh my God, here we go. Another conjoined powerbomb RKO to the Mothman. Is that going to be enough? But the Devil's coming right in to break that up real quick. And Suge's back in the chat, and he just redeemed 3,000 big ones, which means he's going to get the challenge for the People's Championship again.
Bring it.
At Elimination Chamber. I don't know if he wants to confirm.
Dilly will take on all challengers.
I don't know if Suge wants to confirm in this moment who will be challenging for the People's Championship. We saw Zangief knocked out of the Hardstyle Invitational earlier tonight. Cocaine, of course, had a shot earlier tonight in that triple threat football fight. There could be value in giving him another chance.
And who won that football fight?
Big Dilly.
Big Dilly in the chat.
Big Dilly style.
Big Dilly style, damn right. Put down a t-shirt.
Devil up top, going to the second buckle, calling for Cocaine to rise to his feet. Oh, and he gets 2 big knees to the jaw for his trouble. Tags in the Mothman. This is another 4-man tag team epic saga here, as only WATCW is capable of giving it to you. I don't know. If I were Suge, I might put Trish Stratus in the People's Championship match. You know, I know she's got an Elimination Chamber title defense in the same night, but that's your known winner right there. She might be the one to lead the team in what remains of the season. Could be 2 belts Trishy by the time it's all done. We'll see.
Absolutely.
Just
and
let
a lot
me
of
know.
folks said that women's championship win was a shock. Big shock.
And, you know, again, you just can't. Even if the faction prize is not in the runnings for some teams, they're still here. You can't
It's pride.
Yeah, you can't just count them out, because what they can still do is take points and titles from everybody who is still at the top of that leaderboard.
Absolutely.
And Trish has that Women's World Championship. Trish is the first person who ever successfully pinned Becky Lynch all season. Becky's still not beaten in one-on-one competition, but for the first time ever, her both shoulders were down, and she was pinned at Real Rumble, and Trish Stratus emerged from that match as the new Women's World Champion. Now the whole division is going to get a shot later this month. Trish puts that title on the line. Let's see if I was trying to get them all earlier, and I kept forgetting one every time I try to list them all out. So it'll be Trish defending against Mercedes Moné, Pixie Boot, Elite Rhea Ripley, Lady Bigfoot, and who'd I miss this time? I miss somebody every time.
You say Becky?
And Becky Lynch, of course, the great Becky Lynch. How could I forget? How could I forget? I think this league's giving me dementia. Mothman wins. Mothman wins. That is massive, because that puts these two at a 2-0 teams record. It means I am happy to confirm right now it will be the Toddsarak defending the World Tag Team Championship against the Mothman and Jersey Devil at Elimination Chamber. Consider it booked.
Hell yeah. Let's do it, Toddsarak. Oh yeah, let's fucking go.
And another double duty for Dilly because he's going to have to defend that People's Championship at the least against one of Suge's competitors. And if I know anything about WATCW, probably a couple more before the bell rings. But at the very least, it's going to be that one. And hold the phone. It's time to hear, finally, from our Real Rumble winner. We got a glimpse at her earlier tonight in the football fight triple threat. But now is the moment with which to truly celebrate the historic winner of the third ever Real Rumble, Miss KaylaMarieTea. Of course, she's out here to remind you that she is a former women's world champion already in her own right, and now she adds her name to the very, very, very short list of Real Rumble winners. And it doesn't matter who wins the title at Elimination Chamber because they'll just be keeping it warm for her till really Mania. But here comes the current Women's World Champion. We were just talking about her, and she's clearly taken issue with this. And look, as these two women go face to face for the first time, this could be a really Mania main event. It could be Trish Stratus versus KaylaMarieTea, of course. Trish is here to say it will be her. She will defeat the rest of the division at Elimination Chamber. And this is going to be your Really Mania main event. Stratisfaction guaranteed. Kayla welcomes it on. Like she said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter if it's Becky Lynch. It could be Cenobite versus Cenobite in the main event of Really Mania, if you can believe it. That's possible. And again, congratulations to KaylaMarieTea on the historic victory. A close friend to both me and the channel and the league. And I'm so proud of her and can't wait to see what she does with that opportunity in the main event of our season finale show. Could be her and Trish. Could be her and Mercedes Moné.
Man, with Kayla, I for one am happy for Kayla after having to make a tough cut.
That's right. She was on your team. I nearly forgot.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, it was a tough cut, and seeing her succeed with Featured, I'm glad they both linked up and started to win, but let's not get so accustomed to it.
So there's no jealousy there? There's no remorse in having dropped her and seeing her do this?
Absolutely not. None. No. And, because, again, at the Heartbreakers, we have to make tough decisions sometimes, and Kayla was one of those. And that's fair. Winning the Real Rumble, that's great. When you come out at number 30, how convenient. You have the best shot at winning.
I think she came out at 28, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry.
28's a good spot.
I had to go through a grueling battle royal to cinch a good spot, and then we're just handing out some freezies to other captains. Taylor, maybe there's some other tinfoil reek going on.
Oh my fucking god! Look, John Cena had the 25 spot. John Cena had the 25 spot, and very well may have won had it not been for the other Heartbreaker in that match. I'm just saying.
All right, let's chill. Again,
tinfoil yourself.
You're dissing Nacho before he even gets out here. Let's keep his name out of your freaking mouth, man.
Oh, okay. You think I don't know about Nacho? You think I don't have the right to speak on Nacho at this point in the game? I've been sitting in this seat for every damn victory that man's ever had. He helped make the league, but we helped make him.
Wow. You're acting like my man wasn't running CMLL? Chill. Chill.
He'd be the ace of nothing had we not given him this.
He'd be the ace of AAA if he wasn't here. Let's chill out. Let's chill out. We're out here, man.
You're right. I forgot about that.
Destined for greatness. What are you doing?
I forgot about his run in Lucha Underground. It was crazy.
Yeah, dude. Like, don't play. Him and Prince Puma were tearing it up.
Yeah, I remember that. 5 stars.
Everyone does. Everyone remembers that.
5-star epic. Well, here comes Elite Rhea Ripley out here for the Celestial Sirens. Undertaker wearing a mask earlier tonight. Rhea, I think, by definition, might be all mask. Elite Rhea Ripley. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
This is the. If there's something under this, I don't know what it is, and I don't know if I ever want to know what it is. Hard to say. But you are looking at the former Women's World Champion for the Celestial Sirens, the only champion they've had the privilege of hosting this season. So I know her losing that title was catastrophic for morale there, coming out of the Real Rumble. But she'll get another shot at it. 6 spots total in that Women's Elimination Chamber, which means the whole division's going to compete. And Elite Rhea Ripley will get another shot. Pixie Boot at ringside. Also, who the fuck did she beat? She beat Lady Bigfoot.
Yeah.
she beat Lady Bigfoot at the Real Rumble. So she's had a struggle getting that momentum in the season. She's had wins, picked them up here and there, but hasn't had that great run. But Pixie Boot, imagine she goes to the chamber. Imagine the main event of Mania is Pixie Boot versus KaylaMarieTea for the Women's World Championship. Danger Ping's Civil War. That would be something to see, but so much has to happen before we get there. Elimination Chamber is not even the last stop before really Mania. I've still got cards up my sleeve. I'll tell you that much. March is a whole month. We got something going on in March. Just wait.
Gotta end strong, man. I'm eager. I'm very eager.
We'll be ready to reveal that after the Elimination Chamber. We got to get there first. We got to get to Perth, Australia for the Elimination Chamber in a few weeks.
Hell yeah. Going down under for Elimination Chamber.
WATCW goes upside down in Australia.
Yeah. We'll have a Stranger Things theme.
The ring will be on the ceiling.
We'll have like that upside down moss, all over the ring and shit.
Put it all over the barricades. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
That's the difference between us and other leagues, man.
We've seen Stranger Things.
I could bring the true Stranger Things here if I so willed it. You know what I mean? That's what's different about us and our lesser competition in the industry. I could bring them all right here and make them wrestle the Loveland Frog. You know what I mean?
No cheap tie-ins, man.
You can't see that anywhere else. Pixie's taken control of this against Elite Rhea Ripley. This would be a big win for Pixie in any context. Former women's champion. Rhea, somebody else who I feel struggled to get that momentum for a while as well in this league, and it all changed at Tinfoil Turmoil, a match you booked. Of course, the 3-on-1 exploding hammers elimination handicap match. Absolutely. And it was Rhea who came out with the title at that match. Now the question is, of course, what can she do when the infrastructure is not so much on her side? The Elimination Chamber is not going to be on anybody's side in a few weeks. Of course, we will have the slight advantage of who's coming out first, who's coming out sixth, right? That's going to make some difference, but it's really to no one's advantage to be there in the first place. I mean, entire divisions fighting amongst themselves. It's going to be a hell of a thing to see. Pixie and Rhea will be there. Can either of them pick up a little extra momentum and bring a couple points home to their faction? In doing so, Undertaker already accomplished that against the Loveland Frog earlier tonight. Maybe Rhea will do the same, but Pixie hooks the leg out at 2.
Was Loveland Frog Undertaker a qualifying match?
No, those guys already qualified. Maybe you missed my opening speech.
Was there... Yeah, fill me in.
I'm so glad you asked. Undertaker, Roman Reigns, Loveland Frog, these are guys who have been winning matches lately. On the other hand, I got Stone Cold Steve Austin, who lost the Men's World Championship at the Real Rumble. And I got Nacho, who's, last I checked, lost the last 3 matches he was in.
You freak.
Now, let me be clear. If there were 6 spots open in the Men's Elimination Chamber, it would be done deal, easy business, just like the Women's Chamber. We got this pesky King Moose, who I did not want as our champion, but now he is our champion. And so now, people got to qualify, unfortunately. People got to earn their spot there because I don't have 6 spots to give out. So, and Finn Balor, by the way. Demon Finn Balor's got to earn his spot too. And so, it's going to be Austin or Balor going to the chamber, and it's going to be Maniac Kid or Nacho going to the chamber to round out our match. So, I hope he's getting in extra push-ups back there. Got a juice box ready, electrolytes. I hope he's ready. He's got to take on the guy who eliminated him from the Real Rumble last month, the Maniac Kid. Is he ready for the Kid?
Look, first of all, never say those words in that order ever again. Secondly, Nacho's always ready, and you know that.
Okay.
He's the ace. He's the face of WATCW still.
I've heard that before.
Look at us again. Look at your heartbreakers, man. You these are your heartbreakers, Taylor. Like, we're the golden goose of WATCW.
Oh, is that right?
Shouldn't you be happy for us?
I've been nothing
Nacho,
but happy.
You've seen Nacho's success. The heartbreakers are not the same without Nacho Libre. He's one of our pillars.
I agree. I put Nacho as a pillar of WATCW itself. All right.
Absolutely.
I don't know if anybody's sang his praises as much as I have across these past 2 seasons. Hold on. Hold the phone. Riptide to Pixie Boot. Has she done it? Can Pixie somehow muster the strength? Yes, she does. She kicks out at 2. Rhea can't fucking believe it.
Unreal.
Look, you don't got to sell Nacho Libre to me, all right? Ace of WATCW, I think I was the first to say it, and it's not something I said lightly. But at the same time, everybody's got to continue to earn their keep around here. You know what I mean? I can't just be giving handouts based on long past achievements, and I think Nacho would take that in stride. I think he'd be eager to prove that he still deserves to be in that match. And he's definitely going to get a chance to do it as Pixie rolls up. Elite Rhea Ripley. Oh, kick out at 1. Rhea. Holy smokes. I think Nacho would be happy to qualify for that match. And if he's still got enough gas in the tank, it should be an easy feat.
You say that as if Nacho hasn't been winning this year. You said you're talking about, recently, like, Nacho's been champion a few times over this year.
He has.
Major year.
Rhea just won.
Just because there's a slip does not negate the stuff that's happened before that. Absolutely not.
Wait a minute. Motu Ita is here, and he seems to have eyes on Pixie Boot. No shot. Could it really be? Look at this stare down here. Is Motu gonna pull the trigger on Pixie Boot? Seems he's gonna let this one go for now. The hunt continues. I hope people didn't forget. I hope people didn't get too comfortable and too bold back there, because the Golem of Vengeance is looking for a traitor. He's got your scent, and he's on your trail. What's up next? This might be the Nacho qualifying match. Let's see. I completely forget the order at this point. I programmed it in like 3 hours ago. Yes, it is.
There we go.
This is it. This is the moment we were talking about. Nacho Libre, which, by the way, again, reminder, while we're conducting this investigation, no captains at ringside. So this is Nacho and Maniac on their own, one-on-one. So this is a chance to really get out there and just prove it. You know what I mean? No nonsense. No shenanigans. 2 guys, one-on-one. Who's better? Now, I will give Nacho his flowers in this respect, because he's about to come out with the Fight After Christmas Championship. I mean, that was a huge seasonal title win for him. I'm not taking anything away from him. I just have not seen a lot of success since. And if you want me to list it out, I did it at the start. I'm happy to do it again. Of course, lost the Real Rumble in January. Not going to really hold that against him, because 29 people lost the Real Rumble. But prior to that, losing the People's Championship at Draft Night. Prior to that, losing the World Championship at Fight After Christmas. I'm not saying, it's an unforgivable number of losses, but in a world where I have limited spots for world championship opportunities, how do I just give one to this guy? I don't think he'd want a handout. I don't think he'd want a handout. I don't think he'd want the handout.
Taylor,
you think he'd want it?
What the handout? This isn't because of a handout. This is because of pity. This is because of a legacy. This is because of the dominance that Nacho's had in this league and his company. This isn't a handout. This is respect, Taylor. And you know better than that. But you're putting them in this match, fine. But make an example out of the Maniac Kid.
Hey, look, respect perpetually earned in this business, in my opinion. You have it, but you don't just get to keep it forever. You have to continue to earn it. And to be clear, I have heaps of respect for Nacho Libre, okay? Everything he's done in this league and in others. Endless respect for him. And I would expect, as a guy I respect, he'd be happy to earn this opportunity. I know the Maniac Kid's going to be happy to try and earn this opportunity. He had a great free agent run earlier this season. Short tag stint with Hank Hill, picking up wins, some upsets. And, eliminating Nacho, I would say, huge upset in of itself. There was a point where I thought the kid might get it done. Didn't pan out for him. But now here is his opportunity to perhaps get a long overdue shot at some championship gold. And not just any championship, the Undisputed Men's World Championship. But to your point, to do it, he'll have to beat a guy who's held that title I don't know how many times at this point. I've lost count across seasons. Maybe 4 or 5 times. I truly have lost count. That's how many times he's done it.
Banger.
Former People's Champ, current Fight After Christmas Champ, the only person who's ever had that distinction, by the way. Whoa, dodges a quick clothesline. So look, as long as Nacho still got it, I say this should probably be a pretty easy win for him. But he is facing the same guy who managed to pull a big one over him in the Real Rumble. So we'll see. Look, if you're as confident in him as you seem to be, you should have nothing to worry about out here. Fair match.
No hesitancy. None.
Fair match. No captains at ringside. Maniac Kid, of course, a free agent, wouldn't have had one anyway. So this is about as good of an opportunity as he's going to get against the man that's been and continues to be called the face, the ace, and even the GOAT of WATCW. And, if he's going to get a championship match at Really Mania, this might be the way it has to happen. He may have to go in as champion. I would certainly guarantee it at the least. By the way, Nacho Libre has only ever main evented Really Mania. Both Really Manias, he was in the main event. Not going to happen this season. Oh, wait, the lights just went. What the fuck? Is this Motu already? Wait, that's not Motu Ita! What is John Cena doing?
What the fuck?
John's on the ramp, distracting Nacho Libre. I thought you said this was water under the bridge.
John.
Maniac Kid's rolling up Nacho.
John.
Oh, Nacho kicks out at 1. The match will continue. I said no captains at ringside. I guess I never said anything about other faction members. What is John Cena doing out here? Just coming to get a front row seat?
With John, what?
Whoa,
what was
pure
John doing?
mania! Pure gemstone mania! Is that enough? Did the kid do it? Nacho gets the shoulder up at 2. Holy hell. What's John doing? Did he get confused? Did he think this was his match? He's playing his music and everything.
I need to have a talk with John as soon as I can. This is unbelievable.
I don't know what that was all about. Maybe he just came to cheer. They're buds now. He just came to cheer him on at ringside? No? I don't know, but this match is going to continue. Maniac Kid.
Again, this is unreal.
Maniac Kid looked to get a quick win. He even managed to hit his best move on Nacho. But what the fuck? Oh, the rope was going wild there. This match is going, and now they're both out at ringside here. I gotta imagine Nacho is feeling a little flustered after all of that. Oh, what something ain't right with the ropes out here in this match.
Oh, Christ. Okay, I just saw it. Oh, my God.
Something ain't
that
right
was
here.
Terrifying.
I was both times very afraid something like irreparable was about to happen. The Maniac Kid went spaghetti style and the ropes there. But it's fine.
Spooky.
A very strange camera angle here of his lower back. I don't know what's going on. Production's a mess after all this tomfoolery with the branding and the ring mat and all the drops in the feed. John Cena's music's playing for some reason when it's not supposed to. Wow, what a huge lucha DDT off the top from Nacho, who seems to be rallying pretty good after that less than ideal interruption. Is it challenging as a captain to be so far away from the match? I mean, if you're there right now in person, what are you doing?
I mean, I'm typically there, to cheer on and motivate my competitors. But in that situation with John, my first instinct would have been to at least try to question him right there in the moment. But again, I didn't even know he was in the arena. I turned my back for 2 seconds to sit here and talk to you on commentary, and this is what happens. Like I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
He wasn't even.
Maybe it would have happened if I was at ringside. Who knows?
He wasn't even in the bus to begin with. You didn't know he was here.
I turned my back. I'm here in my close quarters, and boom.
Oh my God. I thought Nacho's got to get counted out, but the Maniac Kid maybe unwisely dived out to ringside, restarting the count. I mean, that would have been a valid win had he gone that way. It's not a title match, just a qualifier. But now it's Kid on the outside and Nacho inside. And First Time Chatter plays with feces has joined us. Thanks so much to say this looks better than Fight Forever. You're
Damn
probably right. Haven't played Fight. Wow! Spear to the Maniac Kid! Nacho hits the spear as soon as he gets in the ring. Is this over? And it is, in spite of the less than ideal situation. Nacho Libre indeed is going to the Elimination Chamber later this month. How are we feeling?
3 for 3. Are we surprised? Nacho Libre going to the Elimination Chamber. A thing that, let's go with your little made up narrative. He had to earn it, and he did. Are we surprised?
No arguments here. Not. He earned it. He's in that match. It's done. Book it. Big stamp. Booked. That's how I book matches. Big stamp on a piece of paper.
Now this is done, and the Heartbreakers go 3 for 3 on Tuesday Turmoil. I just need to find John and figure out what the hell that was.
Yeah, I don't know. John had intentions of his own. I mean, maybe it was what Nacho needed. He pulled out the win regardless, right? Maybe hearing from his buddy backstage, it was helpful when he didn't have his captain there to coach him forward. Maybe that was what John's intended.
Absolutely, but we'll see, man. Maybe. It's all maybes. I am just as shocked as you are.
Everybody, their little sister has a spear, says, plays with feces. You're not wrong. And it's true in this league, too. You couldn't even see one in this match.
Folks got a spear.
Everybody's trying it out.
It's too late now in the season, man, to switch up, to ask Nacho to change his finish. It's
iconic.
Too late.
Can I tell you, by the way, Nacho has a spear, and then one of his signatures is like this little German suplex lariat combo. Those are just his finishing moves because those were the default finishing moves in 2K22, and I forgot to update them before he debuted, and the rest is history. Like, that is his set.
No shit.
That's his 1 and 2. Like, I had to make sure he still had those in 2K25 because those are his moves. The spear and the Nacho lariat.
Incredible. I mean, they are iconic. They've like ingrained in my brain because of so many iconic WATCW moments.
Right.
But like I can't imagine him ever changing them.
I did give him this season the Golden Eagle diving headbutt to make it more respectful of the film.
Absolutely.
That was important to me. Here we go. This is the second semifinal match in the hard style Invitational Tournament. We already saw Hank Hill defeat Zangief earlier tonight to go to the finals at Elimination Chamber later this month. Who will his opponent be? It's Mr. X for the Cryptid Cowboys, or it's Shaquille O'Neal for the Real Wrestlers. I have to ask you a similar question as I did earlier tonight. Now that you know your boy's in the finals, what are we thinking looking at this? Are we just hoping anybody but Mr. X, or are we not afraid of the Tyrant?
I've been on a record saying that Mr. X has been super slept on in regards to some of the bigger names and bigger moments that we've had in WATCW this season. Like
he's a staple of the league.
Absolutely. Like, he's been on fire, and Connor, you know, he's been a shining star for the Cryptid Cowboys. But in the underground or in the hardstyle matches, I'm eager to see how he does against a guy like Shaq. Because again, we haven't seen too much of Shaq this year.
No.
But again, him in solo action especially, like, we're gonna have to see how this evolves over time. But you're running into a wall with Mr. X, and for Hank Hill, he just beat a monster like Zangief.
Right.
So anything's possible. And again, with Hank, we've been nothing but open with each other, talking about his evolution as a heartbreaker. And as far as I'm concerned, this whole time, post second draft night drop, Hank has been breaking everybody else's heart.
Yeah.
While repairing his own. It's been incredible. And I'm eager to see Hank again. And you can tell me if maybe this is already set in stone, but Hank potentially pulling double duty.
Yeah.
Lest we forget, he's the Twitch champion.
Right.
So there's a lot riding for Hank, and that Elimination Chamber show is going to be the Hank Hill showcase that, frankly, we've been expecting ever since he entered the league.
Hank's going from Texas to Australia this month, and it's true, we could have two-belt Hanky coming out of that show.
Two-belt Hanky. Two-belt HH.
Oh, hold it, brother. Oh, my God. Mr. X is just delivering a series of elbows to the forehead of Shaquille O'Neal in this hard style. Oh, and a knee busts him open. Again, hard style, no ropes, no rules, no gimmicks. Who's the toughest? No DQs. You can only win by knockout or submission. There's a lot of brutal weapons under the ring, and they may not need one as a one-handed choke from X to Shaquille O'Neal. Mr. X looks like the kind of guy that steals people's dogs to give them a better life. An interesting and insightful observation. Mr. X really not known for anything besides trying to squeeze people's brains out their ears. But
right.
He might have a softer side we haven't had the privilege of seeing. I will probably never see it here. Wow, running choke slam to Shaquille O'Neal. And by the way, I'm not here to play favorites. Mr. X did just go for a spear, but Shaq countered it with the knee. I'm not one to play favorites, but Shaquille O'Neal took my beloved Waddy the Walrus out of this tournament in the opening round. And I know that really hurt Waddy. He was eager to prove himself as the great competitor that I know that he is. And, he just ran into Shaquille in the hardstyle tournament. But I don't think we've seen the last of Waddy. I know for a fact. And I can't wait to scrub all this bullshit out of the arena so we can put Waddy's beautiful face back up where it belongs. Nacho Libre, the face of WATCW, yes, but Waddy is, maybe he's the heart of WATCW potentially. Oh my God, Mr. X just threw a hammer at Shaq.
Kind of sick to say he's the heart when
not that kind. Not that kind, not you. Also, thank goodness there's no ropes on here so nobody can get up their limbs stuck in them like that last match. We're cleaning the ropes after that last match. Something ain't right with the ropes. Oh my God. To throw a guy like Shaq around. Shaq-a-roni.
Monster. And Mr. X is so tough, he keeps the jacket on.
Yeah.
Every match he's wrestled, jacket on.
And the hat. Nobody can knock that hat off.
That hat.
They've tried. He came down to the ring with a bigger hat on and then took it off to reveal that hat. Oh, what a huge punch to the side of Shaq's head. You gotta be kidding me. The biggest collection of jabronis around the ring. Those are the top donating patrons of the WATCW Patreon. The most faithful of the faithful. They give
The Patreon.
They get to stand ringside and clap. One guy's kind of moonwalking in the wrong direction, not even watching the match at all. Fat Joe's at ringside. I said that as well. People don't realize Fat Joe is the biggest WATCW stan of them all. He really helps keep the lights on around here, I gotta be honest. Mr. X has got Shaq in a bear hug. Is Shaq gonna tap? No, not like that. Of course not. After everything he's endured to get here, boxes the ears. And this will continue. Again, reminder, the winner of this match will be fighting Hank Hill at Elimination Chamber later this month. But to do it, they've got to knock out or submit their opponent here. Mr. X defeated... Oh, who did he defeat? Good Lord. Ada Wong. Oh, so tired. He defeated Ada Wong.
And that was a nasty watch.
Wow! Shaq just fucking destroyed X off the apron there. That's so crazy with no ropes. Another not Enziguri, Uranagi at ringside. Help! Somebody bring me some soda or something. I'm dying, man.
This man's sugary beverage.
Out of your juice box. He's trying to squeeze those brains out the side of Shaq's head. They're not there. The official's not calling for it. Shaq's busted open. X is looking for something else. A little leverage under the ring. Comes up with a steel chair and brings it down. Shaq's stunned on the floor.
Yikes.
Oh, and that's it. That's it. He hits him again with the chair. The ref has seen enough.
Yikes.
The ref has seen enough. From Ada Wong to Shaquille O'Neal, and now it will be Mr. X versus Hank Hill in the hardstyle final later this month at Elimination Chamber. Tell me honestly, how do you guys feel knowing that this is waiting for you in Australia?
Again, I was gassing up Mr. X, and I've unabashedly been a fan from afar, and I am over the moon for Hank to get this opportunity to topple the monster that is Mr. X in Australia at the Elimination Chamber. I'm eager to see Hank up against that dude, and for Mr. X to finally submit to the pro pain.
What the hell is this? Oh my god, wait, this is it. This is what Moose was talking about earlier. This is the public execution. It's a Revolt Insanity are out here with Ricardo Radis?
Oh, Christ.
Why him of all people? Of everyone in the back, King Moose said that to raise morale, they would continue to trim the fat of mediocrity in this league, to restore it to its proper glory. And the person who's taken the fall for that is El Furioso?
Yikes.
I mean, we want to talk about pillars of this league. This guy is such a huge part of this league's existence. I mean, he was a Season 1 staple, the Ranger. Are they out of their minds? Is this a match? I mean, I don't even know who this ref is in the black shirt. I don't know where this camera's going either. This is not the WATCW crew I'm used to. What do we do? I mean, look. Oh, my God. I know I've had my issues with this guy, right? Like, no love lost there. I myself had to do a little public execution with Big Ricky Rage once a long time ago, but I mean, we brought him back. It's all good. It was water under the bridge. Blob's got a kendo stick. And yes, we do mean Hank Hill, like propane Hank Hill.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Is that the first thing to strike you as out of the ordinary tonight?
Like, is that Hank Hill? Absolutely, man.
After Mr. X and Shaquille O'Neal just fought, and the Revolting Blob and Captain Insano are seemingly here to kill Ricardo Radis.
Welcome to WATCW, guy.
This is it. Welcome to the premier virtual wrestling league. Welcome aboard. I mean, I hate that you have to see it. Like, I don't even know if I have anybody to call upon. Like, what? I'd love to say somebody come out in here and help, but every time I try to call for backup against these guys, it's crickets, and I just can't imagine anybody's going to come out to save Ricardo. I mean, he's not on El Diablo de Patas.
Hey, man, the doors to the arena are locked, or else I would.
You're
already on the
me.
bus. We're already on the bus.
Give me a break. Oh, my God, what a slam into the mat. Is this a match? The bell rang? They got a trash can at ringside? This is... what do we got to do to stop this? What do I have to say? There's no need for this. Oh, my God, not that. Not the blob. Not that! Bonsai drop into his chest cavity. I mean... what do I have to say? Oh, my God, choke slam. Okay, I'll admit it. He's not the real Rager. Just stop. It's not the real Rager. It's a doppelganger we hired. I'm sorry. Just stop.
Wow. Oh, my God.
I hardly know the guy. He's not the real Rager. Of course, I confess. Everybody knew that. Real Rager's dead. Is that why? There you go, folks. Has the morale risen? Are you feeling enlightened in this moment? You think I'm aligned with these people? That I could just sit here and watch them do that because I like it? Give me a break. I cannot wait to find out who even let these guys in the building. You know what? The Sword has definitely caught the interest of the Celestial Sirens lately. Nick told me himself the only way out of this mess, the only way the Sword is defeated, is to follow the Sirens to victory this season. And I can't believe I'm ready to say this, but I'm about ready to buy in at this point. I mean, somebody's got to step up and do something about these guys. So, you know what? Captain Insano, the revolting blob, now you see fit to attack people in the ring. You're not, you feel like you don't have to hide backstage anymore. Let's make it official. Revolt Insanity, the Sword, versus Howie Bling and Marty Supreme, tag team match. Elimination Chamber. And since you guys don't like playing by rules, let's throw them out. That's going to be Extreme Rules Tornado Tag. Let's see it.
Hell yeah.
Somebody wants to step up and do something about this. I'm eager to let them.
Hell yeah.
And here we go. This is your main event tonight. The final qualifying match. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Demon Finn Balor, only the Cenobites or El Diablo de Patas will be in that chamber match. Somebody's sitting out. And you know it's not you with Nacho. One of these guys is not going there. And that's not what I wanted, by the way. I've been, for months, sitting here going, that's going to be perfect. Elimination Chamber, 6 competitors, 6 factions, perfect. No brainer. I did not want this to get messed up. It did. It got spoiled for me. And now one of these factions has to suffer for it. If I could put a 5th pod in the match, we'd lower that crane and we'd put that pod in there. But that's just taking it too far. So Austin, who, by the way, again, I don't know, I was not so eager to point fingers at him, but I'm just a little confused as why people are getting on my case when he's the guy who got pinned in that ring with King Moose back at the Real Rumble.
And we haven't seen him since.
And here he is, going to try to earn his way back into the match. He could be the one to take the title off of him just as well. But I can't just give that opportunity to him when he's the one who lost it in the first place. I just can't, if we've got to limit spots, something's got to give. And, he's got the Demon here, who's a formidable foe, but also somebody who hasn't had a win since getting picked up by El Diablo de Patas, right? So all I'm saying is neither of these guys, if you put all their names on a list, neither of these guys are going to be at the top of it as far as getting another title shot. But they're going to have a chance to earn it right now. Finn Balor not wearing the correct outfit, so that's a great omen.
Oh, that's awesome.
Not wearing the correct outfit. A la DillyTodds, not wearing the black and green. I don't think it's a political statement, though. I think it just, maybe luggage got lost.
Yeah, man. I don't know, the flight to LA, maybe something just got tripped up.
I heard the Sword stole it.
Yeah, on their long list of priorities.
What we did to Steve Austin will haunt your night. It's funny. I've gotten so used to looking at some of these guys in these very outrageous colors that it does not faze me at all anymore. So I totally forget that Austin looks ridiculous wearing white, blue, and red. I totally forgot. It was the same with Undertaker too, who he got some new threads today, but he was out there in the purple and blue looking ridiculous. I've gotten used to it. The Fiend, I'm super used to, so much so that when I see pictures of the Fiend in his regular attire now, it jars me. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what he's supposed to look like, not purple and cyan and pink. It's like I forgot. I'm so used to looking at this shit now. Even looking at Finn Balor here, in the black and red, I'm like, that's not right. That's weird.
Man, I don't know. Maybe because we're so indoctrinated, and you especially, but good grief.
I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but I've seen this stuff so much. Who do you think about? I mean, you've got no horse in this race. One of these guys is going to make it to the chamber and will be in there with your guy amongst many others. I mean, just as an observer, as a fan looking at this, who's got the edge? I mean, Austin coming off a huge loss, but Finn Balor just as well not had any momentum since the third draft night.
Right. And, I mean, you can't help but think going into this match that Steve Austin's the favorite. I mean, look at his run this entire year. With Featured having the two-headed monster over there with Stone Cold Steve Austin and the Man, Becky Lynch. Those two have been his golden geese within his faction. And yes, Austin lost to King Moose at the Real Rumble. And maybe it is easy to blame him, but we can't deny Austin's ability in big matches. And this, to get into the Elimination Chamber, should be one of those.
Right. I mean, Austin, one of now 4 people who've actually held the World Championship this season. Of course, 2 of them being Nacho and Roman, and now King Moose. I mean, that's a short list. That title has moved around this season, but only amongst a very select few, and he only recently got to add his name to that list. I mean, he made it to the finals of the inaugural World Title Tournament, went to WatCon 2, lost to Roman, and he didn't get another one-on-one shot at that, I believe, until it was Nacho Libre. I mean, it took him so much of the season to get back there, only to immediately lose it in his first defense against, a guy he didn't know was going to be on the roster this season, and a Hell in a Cell, no less. I mean, I gave Featured grief about it. I also praised the decision too, but at the end of the day, he did lock Austin in there, brand new champ against a guy who's never lost in this league. And a history maker. King Moose has defended that title 3 times. I don't think anyone else has ever defended a consecutive 3 times that men's world title. He ended season 1 with it. His reign outlasted the season itself. And you put that guy in a cage, lock the key. I mean, I don't know. It may not. I mean, we can say now it may not have been the smart move. I can't say whether the sword would have interfered or not. You would think they probably would have, but Moose, weirdly enough, has a track record of winning honestly, fair, and square. So, I don't know. Point being, Austin worked really hard to get there. It was a tragic loss. I mean, truly tragic. And, I agree he'll fight tooth and nail to get back there. Though I would think the same will be true about Finn Balor, who's never gotten anywhere, let's face it, anywhere near the World Championship circle. Mm-hmm. And he was a Celestial Siren for a little bit. Wasn't happening there. Now he's an El Diablo de Patas. Not happening there. I mean, if he doesn't get to the chamber, I mean, that's his real, I think, where I'm sitting, that's his only path to the title. Got to win here. Got to win in the chamber. Otherwise, I don't know that there's enough show left for him to get enough momentum to reasonably get a title shot. I mean, stranger things have happened, but we're winding down. It pains me to say. It's hard to believe we're already at this point in the season. We're post Real Rumble, really Mania on the horizon. I mean, somebody's about to win this thing, and Finn Balor can make it a lot more difficult if he brought that title. to El Diablo de Patas. I mean, imagine El Diablo de Patas has both world championships. That would be
Man, again,
hilarious.
They're playing spoiler, dude. They're playing spoiler.
And even as I said it earlier, I mean, look, I'll be happy to see if it comes to fruition. But, you know, if Trish is champion, she could be in the main event of Really Mania. It's kind of hilarious as well. Yeah, Austin almost had it there. Big 2 count on the Demon. This has been pretty back and forth so far in our main event.
Chain wrestling in this.
It's 2 workers, man.
Absolutely.
2 workhorses. Austin going up top. And the blue, white, and red, he looks immaculate. Double axe. No double axe handle. The Demon counters it. Finn Balor will go for a championship in any league he can get it. At this point, is my understanding. He just says, please, I want to be world champion. I forget what it was like, and he could make it happen. I mean, I say all the time, you see things happen in WATCW you can't see anywhere else. Finn Balor as world champion could be one of those things.
Wrestling Steve Austin, no less.
Definitely cannot. It ended the blue, white, and red trucks. You never see that anywhere else. Except right here. And this is still Tuesday Turmoil. I realize it doesn't actually say that anywhere in this arena. The branding is awful. Doesn't say WATCW anywhere. Doesn't say Tuesday Turmoil anywhere. I mean, terrible eyesore. I had to... When I came in and saw this, we started late. I had to go in the back. I needed some water. I needed a moment. I was in total panic. Finn goes for the cover. No way that's enough now. Austin out at 1. No way that's enough. And speaking of which, we got to check in on... do I even need to call him Ricardo anymore? I mean, the jig's up. I don't have a lot of faith we're going to be seeing him again. I don't understand. Impaler DDT. Hold that thought. Could that be enough? Austin stunned. Is Balor going to the chamber? Kicked out at 2.
Yikes.
That was close. I know Featured's got to be nervous backstage. Do the Cenobites have a bus? Do you know?
I don't know, man. I try to stick to my own business with these other captains. I respect them. I have love for them, but when it comes to Tuesday Turmoils and our PLEs, like, we're all business.
Fair enough. Well, wherever the captain of the Cenobites is, I know he's got to be nervous watching this. He's number 2. He's number 2 to you. He's right now best positioned to catch up, and he was on top for quite some time. I remember a time where it looked like a foregone conclusion that Cenobites were going to win this. They were the team to beat. And now they keep, and he's been moping saying they can't get any wins. I don't think that's so true, but it does hurt when you're so high up. I mean, especially when the Heartbreakers are your competition and you just continue to see the climb. I mean, you guys have had a great night.
Absolutely.
Nacho got distracted mid-match by Cena and still came out winning.
Real goat shit.
Hank might become a double champion.
Hank might be double champ.
Stunner to the Demon!
Oh, shit!
Is that enough? I'm dying. Going to the chamber. Yes, he is. Austin has done it, and he will qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Finn Balor will be sitting that. The lights have gone out!
Oh, shit.
Motu Ita is in the ring! He's staring down Austin. He's pulling the trigger. Oh, choke slam! Featured Films, you are the traitor. And for your injustices, it will be you who faces Motu Ita at Elimination Chamber. OFB. Out.